Hello, my friends, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a channeled love message. I felt really called to this deck this morning. So I feel like the person you're connected to or whoever's in your energy, even if you're not with them, has something that they want to say. So let's have a look. If you don't want to hear from this person or you don't want this person, then I suggest you don't watch this reading because this reading is for those of you who do want this person. These readings are meant to help you connect with that person, especially on a soul level, and also to, validate your intuition a little bit. So let's get into it. I'm channeling your person right now, and I'm feeling some weird energy. So I feel like it's almost like I feel like I've had too much coffee, which I haven't had any coffee today. I'm like trying not to drink so much coffee. But I'm feeling, how can I describe it? I don't know if you've ever got in trouble from your parents or in trouble from like a teacher, or the energy that it's giving me is when I was in junior high, I got into some trouble and I was called down to the vice principal's office, and the vice principal was very scary. He was a scary man. Very intimidating. And that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling right now. Like, I almost feel like I'm in trouble. So I'm not sure if your person is in trouble in their life or they're in trouble with you. Like maybe they're thinking they don't have a shot with you, or maybe you said something to them that kind of shook them. But that's the energy that I'm picking up on. When I do these readings, I channel their energy, so I start to kind of take on their energy. So that's what's coming through right away for that. And the tarot deck that I chose the Pulp Tarot. Oh my gosh, it's so dusty from the construction in my room. I'm going to rearrange my room. Well, not really. I'm going to reorganize my tarot decks next week and dust them all off. But when I picked up this deck, there was a card flipped over, and there was actually two cards flipped over. I should have just kept them there, but it was the Five of Pentacles. So that's, isolation, being left out in the cold, being rejected. So I'm not sure if you rejected this person or they rejected you. And, you kind of said, fine, you don't want me? See you later. I don't know we haven't gotten any messages yet. We also had the High Priestess. So the High Priestess shows that, this person feels an intuitive connection with you, but maybe they feel like you're kind of in black cat energy. You're not chasing them. You're not approaching them. It's quite a mysterious and like holding your cards close to your chest energy with the High Priestess. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting off the get-go. So take that as it resonates. If that's sounding like this is something you need to hear, then stick around. This won't be a terribly long reading. I'm aiming for this to be like 45 minutes. We'll see if I can do it. We have habits I don't know if I will ever change, which is interesting because I just told you that I'm trying not to drink so much coffee. I'm someone with ADHD and I can drink coffee like it's going out of style. Like I used to drink coffee right up until midnight before I went to bed. It doesn't really have an effect on me the way it has an effect on other people because I have ADHD. But when I was telling you that, I immediately started to think about how I've also started to try and give up some bad habits in my life. So it's interesting this card is coming out because, like I said, I'm like sitting in your person's energy, and I started reflecting about, well, not really reflecting, but it came to my mind about how when I mentioned the coffee that I've been trying to change some of my bad habits into healthier ones. I'm still working on it. So I feel like your person maybe has some bad habits, whether that's whatever those habits are. Maybe they have a habit of being inconsistent. Maybe they are a drinker. Maybe they prioritize, a partying lifestyle. Whatever those habits are. Interesting. There's a little bit of doubt there. I don't know if I can ever change. We can change, but we need to believe we can change. It's making me think of that book, The Mountain Is You. The only person stopping this person from changing those habits is themselves. I also got incredibly warm. I always wear sweaters when I'm doing my readings, but I got incredibly warm and had to take my sweater off. So maybe your person is like, I know, I just heard they have the hots for you, like, duh. But maybe they are, you know, they could be quite attracted to you. It could also be that that's Phoenix energy. We'll keep going. We have chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. And maybe this person, like maybe you've been chasing them, or maybe you did chase them in the past and they've been chasing other things. Maybe they've been chasing, you know, I just heard chasing the dragon. I'm not saying your person is a drug addict, but it could be that this person has been chasing fulfillment in all the wrong places. They've been chasing happiness in all the wrong places when happiness is actually with you. We have reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. I feel Spirit's telling me to look under this card. So it feels like there has, oh shoot, I don't have my retainer in. Oh well. I feel like this person, with this card, I feel like there is distance between you, or there's quiet between you. Even if you're talking to this person, maybe you're kind of holding back from them. You could be in like total separation with this person. I'll see. I'm almost feeling called to get a different deck, but I'll see if that feeling comes back. I mean, I'm still going to use this deck, but there's another deck that I just saw in my mind's eye, so I was wondering about getting it, but Spirit will let me know if I'm supposed to get it. We have unfinished business, and that's like a message from your person. We have unfinished business, so something's not finished here. They don't see it as being over. We still have things to resolve and discuss. So this person still sees the potential of collaborating with you. This is giving me Three of Pentacles energy for some reason. Maybe you're dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with an air sign. And now that I think about it, I'll have to rewind the video, but I'm pretty sure I saw mend on the bottom of the deck. I want to mend this connection. Interesting. Something about building a bridge. Anyway, I just heard something about building a bridge. Maybe this person burned the bridge down. We have unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. And I don't know. There's something about this card that always makes me think of my viewer, not the person I'm channeling. So you could have felt like this person didn't care about you. You could have felt unappreciated by this person. And I'm almost wondering if there's some mirroring happening here or some karmic lessons, because I was on fire. So it's very possible, and I'm just going to stick to what Spirit's telling me, that they didn't appreciate you. They took you for granted. And now they're feeling that because you're no longer... Again, I feel like you're in Black Cat energy, you're in High Priestess energy, holding your cards close to your chest. And now this person is feeling like you don't care about them. Maybe in the past they did tell you that they didn't feel appreciated by you. I don't know if that was something that you were doing towards them though, because sitting in your person's energy, it almost feels like that came from insecurity. So maybe maybe you did appreciate them, but they couldn't feel it because they, you know, maybe they were struggling with bad habits. I don't know. I feel like this person maybe seeks fulfillment in other places. But anyway, I don't mean people. I mean, maybe if you know that your person is like a player, then, and like a Casanova, then, or a Casanova, whatever the, is Casanova a masculine term? I don't even know. I almost wanted to say a Casanovette or something. Anyway, let's get into it. So unappreciated. I never did look underneath that card. That being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Spirit told me to look under that card and I didn't. And we'll see if it comes out, but I feel like it was the commitment card. We have daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. So this is someone who's always thinking about you, always visualizing you. You're always popping into their head. And that is an energy of like they're manifesting you by thinking about you constantly. The other thing I'm seeing is daydreaming can be the Seven of Cups. So this person could have been like treating you like an option, and maybe you stopped trying and then they felt like you didn't care about them. But they were busy like filling up other cups, you know? Again, doesn't have to be other people's cups, but I'm just seeing like that Seven of Cups energy. I feel like they treated you like an option. And because they were putting their energy in so many different places and they weren't giving you that energy back, there wasn't an energetic flow, so they couldn't feel that energy with you because they weren't giving to it. Does that make sense? I feel like if they were to turn around and give you energy, they would have felt very appreciated. Anyway, take it as it resonates. Let's start. So what does this person want to say to you? We have, I see your side of the story. So again, the tables are turning. That's what I was hearing with that unappreciated card. It's like now they feel unappreciated by you. I'm almost hearing you could have started mirroring their energy. Like you could have said to yourself, well, I'm going to put in as much effort as they are, which maybe wasn't a lot. And then maybe they were all of a sudden like, oh, I feel like you don't care about me. You're not giving me any energy. It's like, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like the tables have turned. That's what I'm seeing a mirror. I'm seeing the tables have turned. So they're now feeling the way that you used to feel. And it's causing them to understand your side of the story. Because again, maybe, and I'm not saying you're playing like a manipulative game with this person, but maybe you did start to mirror their energy back to them. Understanding, I see your side of the story. We have responsibilities on the bottom. So this person could have had a lot of other responsibilities and was kind of treating you like an option, whatever those responsibilities were. For some of you, it could have been kids because we do have a kid here. It says, I need to take care of my financial and emotional needs. So this was someone very self-focused, right? And maybe you started focusing on yourself and now they're seeing how you felt. Let's keep going. We have damage. We are both hurting from this. So again, it feels like you were hurt and now they're hurting. It could also be that there was a lot of arguments in this connection and hurtful words were spoken. You know, it happens when people are triggered, when people are trying to make a connection work, but it's just not working. They end up arguing, they end up butting heads. And again, sometimes when there's arguments, I'm seeing fire and fire, like you're both throwing fire and fire. It can get very intense. Sometimes hurtful words can be spoken out of frustration, out of being triggered, out of wounding. I don't know if it was just them though. Like, I always feel like there's two sides to every story. And then there's kind of the reality. And we all have our own perceptions, and sometimes our perceptions can be very different. But just that card where it's two people looking frustrated and hurt, I feel like, you know, damage was done to both of you in this connection, not just one of you. With the card I have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tarot card for each channeled message, and then that will tell us, you know, that'll tell us more. So what does this person want to say to you? We have disagreements. That's what I was hearing with that damage card. The letter D could be symbolic. So your name could start with D, or where you're from could start with D. Take it as it resonates. I wish you understood how I felt. So it's like this person is seeing your side of the story now, but they're almost wishing that you understood how they felt. Again, maybe their perception was very off. maybe their perception was very fragmented based on their childhood, based on their views on relationships. Again, we each have different perceptions about what's actually going on. And sometimes we think the other person knows how we're feeling and they see things the same way and they must know. Like, just going back to the beginning energy, maybe like in your mind, you're like, they must know that they're not, prioritizing this. They must know that. I'm just thinking about that responsibilities card. This person must realize that they're not giving me enough, or whatever it is. This person must realize that they hurt me, but maybe they didn't because they have, distorted views where their perception is off, if I'm being honest. We also have indecisive. So some of these disagreements could have come from this person being very indecisive. Maybe they didn't know what they wanted. Maybe they didn't know what they wanted in life. Maybe they didn't know if they wanted a relationship or not. Maybe they didn't know if they wanted you or someone else. Only take that last message if it resonates. Maybe this person was married and they couldn't make a decision over whether or not they wanted to follow their heart in this connection or stay in that, unhappy situation. But there were definitely disagreements here that separated the two of you. And I'm also hearing, no, that message isn't for this reading. Never mind. Spirit told me not to say it. White truck. I haven't seen that white pickup truck in a while. Not during a reading, I mean. I've had my windows closed and I've been filming at night. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I posted that picture of the bull the other day, there was a freaking white truck in the background. That just made me laugh. Anyway, let's keep going. Messages from your person. Somebody could have a leg tattoo here. Reunion. So we will always come back to each other. So this could be a situation where it's kind of been on again, off again for many years. Maybe you've reunited with this person before and tried to make it work, but you couldn't. So this person does see reuniting with you in the future. And that's what we were seeing in the beginning. We saw that they want to mend this connection, that something feels unfinished here. Can you see that card even? My plant is very happy to see you today. All right. Side note, this could also be just looking at the body language of these two. That could be like a body language that you had with this person. I know that like in the movies, because they're like scripted and they have directors telling them like, put your hand on their face and now you put their hands here. I know in the movies that we see this a lot. But I'm hearing something about body language. So you and this person could have had this type of body language where they were always like something about touching your face. Take it as it resonates. All right. I just heard wedding. I keep hearing wedding and commitment. Anyway, so let's get, on the bottom we have soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. Maybe that's why I was hearing commitment. This is giving me Hierophant energy, so Taurus energy. I'm getting fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this also, soul contract can be the Justice card. And the fact that it says the lessons I learned. And I was talking about that fire that I was feeling. So that could be Justice, which is Libra, karmic lessons. So clearly you taught this person some kind of lesson along the way. And again, I was hearing that maybe for some of you, you started treating them like they were treating you in the, when I had that unappreciated card, and maybe you taught them some kind of lesson there. All right, let's get two more. And then I kind of want to tap into how your person is feeling after we do tarot, but We have escape. I left when things got hard. So you could be dealing with a runner. You could be dealing with someone who's an avoidant. Maybe, you know, this disagreements, the damage, this person ran. I'm just going to mention the initials UDDRE, just in case those are relevant. I'm feeling very called to the initials there. Maybe your person's name is Dre. We have new chapter, I'm trying to move on. So it feels like this person, you know, did run from you or push this connection away or sabotage it in some way. I feel like they've tried to move on, but they haven't been able to. This I'm trying to move on. And the fact that we have reunion here and the fact that we have unfinished business is showing, and the fact that we have they're still hurting from this is showing me that this person did try and move on. Maybe they did try and forget about you. Maybe they were like, oh, I can move on. You know, I've moved on from people before. I can get over it, but I don't think they have gotten over it, especially with that soul contract card and the reunion card together. It feels like this person feels a very strong pull towards you. So I'm going to get tarot now. I'm feeling really called to just stop for a minute and just see what their feelings are. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to, we have thinking about you, missing you, craving you, and we have confession and pride. So it feels like this person's pride stops them from communicating with you right now, even though they're thinking about you, even though they're longing for you. I don't even think I'm going to keep these cards on the table. I just feel really called to just really quickly check in with their feelings here. And then I'm just going to move them off the table and get tarot. Because my intention for this reading was to get a tarot card for each channeled message, which I will still do. We have sorrow, loss, grief, depression. So your person could be feeling very depressed right now. Like I said, when I started this reading and I started tapping into your person's energy, I wasn't feeling the greatest. And it's funny because while I'm talking to you, I start to feel more lighthearted and I start to have like my little giggles. So I feel like this person would feel better if they were to talk to you, but their pride stops them. We have soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. So this person feels this soulmate connection with you. It's why they haven't been able to move on. And that unfinished business, maybe this person is going to pop back up this month during Mercury in retrograde. This is a timeless reading, so maybe you find this before the next Mercury in retrograde. Take it as it resonates. But the fact that we have unfinished business, it shows me that this person, what was I about to say? Oh gosh, that thought just went out of my head. Oh no. Even if this person is not outright saying we have unfinished business, there is unfinished business here. The fact that we had that soul contract card makes me think that there's still something left in your contract to unfold. And that's why it feels unfinished, because it is unfinished. When you're looking at the fine print of the soul contract, there's still more to come in that contract, is what I'm hearing. Let's do one more shuffle. We have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul. So this could be someone who's a bit of a lost soul. Maybe they did make mistakes here. Maybe they're misunderstood. I often talk about how, you know, social media can really villainize people with attachment, like unhealthy attachments, and people who are neurodivergent, who act in certain ways, people who don't understand neurodivergency. People who don't understand neurodivergency can villainize. Why can't I speak? They can, oh gosh, Mercury in retrograde is going to be bad for me because during Mercury in retrograde, communication is very hard. So you'll just have to bear with me that month. But they can be villainized by people who don't understand those behaviors. I mentioned it a bit, like I do mention it in most of my readings. I talk about that. So let's get it. We're just going to get a few of these because I just want to confirm how they're feeling. Perspective. So I was talking about perception, and the first card, I see your side of the story. So this person's perspective is changing. We have only you. We have breaking point and resistance. What's underneath that? Divine masculine. Oh my gosh. So it feels like this person, again, the reason they feel like it's unfinished, the reason they feel like they need to come towards you is because it is unfinished on your soul contract, is what I'm hearing. And now that they have a new perspective, remember that being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. That's exactly what this card is about. It's about a clearer headspace. And sometimes when you're in that energy where you're butting heads, it's hard to see things clearly. That goes for both of you. So I feel like you both have a clearer headspace now. And this person is about to hit their breaking point when it comes to communicating with you. We have this person sitting at a laptop here, and it's making me think of that unfinished business card with all the laptops sitting out. So it's like they're about to hit their breaking point when it comes to coming towards you. But I feel like they've been resisting it. I feel their pride and their ego and maybe their fear of rejection, they've really been resisting it. So confirmation. I find that I always, like as a reader, I have this little tick that I do where I tap the cards before I shuffle them. Anyway, so let's get to it. We have finality. That's, yeah. So it feels like you've walked away. There goes the card. It's running away from me. It feels like you've walked away from them. Oh my gosh, bear. Oof. Are you kidding me? My dog Bear is laying underneath the table and just let out a stinky fart. This stinks. This situation stinks. Initials F or T could be symbolic. But yeah, it feels like you could be in the part of your twin flame journey where you're just releasing this and you're like, you know what? If it's meant to be, it'll come back. If not, I've got myself, and the universe will send me someone. For me, like this twin flame card, I'm not surprised it came out. And remember I mentioned mirroring. So things that you felt in this connection, now this person is feeling, I feel like. But it feels like there's something final about this. Like you've walked away from them. Like maybe you asked them for closure or something, or maybe you didn't, you're like, forget it. I don't need closure. I'm going to focus on me. And, you know, you're kind of surrendering to your part of the twin flame journey, which is about you. It's not about them. Anyway, very interesting. We have distracted on the bottom. So it feels like this person was very distracted from you, and maybe you walked away, even though it was difficult. I've actually been thinking about doing a reading, and you can let me know in the comments if you want me to do it. But this morning I was actually hearing my guides tell me to do a reading about what happens when you surrender, like what is coming if you've surrendered the twin flame connection. And what I mean by surrendered the twin flame connection is like you're done with your counterpart, because a lot of, you know, twin flames do hit that point where they're like, I can't do this anymore. I will still continue to work on myself and heal, but I need to release my counterpart. Like I don't see it happening in this lifetime. So I was thinking about doing a reading for those people who are now giving up their counterpart, not necessarily the twin flame journey, but they're giving up their counterpart. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do a reading like that. It's funny because people, like, I feel like if you're watching this, you're somebody who's manifesting this person back, but maybe not. But it's funny because people ask me to do new love readings and then nobody watches them. Like, it's so strange to me. Or the people who are watching the new love reading are like, I believe this is my past person reborn. Anyway, let's keep going. How is your person feeling? We have hopeless. Yep, that's exactly what I was feeling. And we have chemistry. So they feel this insane chemistry with you that they've never felt with anyone else. And they're starting to feel hopeless because you've walked away or you're being silent. You're not, giving this connection anything right now, I don't think, because I don't think they were giving you anything. And now this person is feeling hopeless. And I bet, I don't know expressions. I wanted to say I bet my bottom dollar, but I don't even know if that's an expression. The planet where I come from, we don't use expressions. We just talk with our eyes and our energy. But I bet my bottom dollar that at one point you felt hopeless in this connection. And again, mirroring at a delay, now they're feeling that energy that you were feeling in the past. And we have abandoned, left out, walked away cold. So it does feel like you've kind of, you've walked away here, or energetically you've released it. And again, if this person walked away from you first, that doesn't make you any less of an amazing human than the person the viewer who chose to walk away. Sometimes, the universe has to make the other person walk away so that we can learn our lesson. So just a few more for how they're feeling. We have intuition. That's what I was getting with the High Priestess. Very intuitive connection between the two of you. And we have boundaries. So there's they could have crossed the line. I was talking about intense arguments, but there's a boundary here and they haven't wanted to cross that boundary with you. And again, maybe they had to walk away in order for that boundary to go up on your side, or maybe you put up that boundary yourself. I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody here. So that's what I just wanted to really quickly check their feelings. Let's see how I'm doing for time. Well, I'm at 31 minutes. I don't think I'm going to make it. So I'm going to cut the deck. Where do I want to cut it? I want to cut it here. High Priestess. So that's interesting because when I was talking about, when I picked up that deck, the High Priestess was flipped upright, or right side up, whatever you call it. So we have the High Priestess and we have the Fool. So this person could feel like you're moving on without them, that you've taken a leap of faith towards something or someone else. This person's not quite sure what's going on with you. With the High Priestess, like I said, it could be black cat energy, very mysterious, holding your cards close to your chest. It's also showing me this energy that this person maybe tried to move on, but keeps, like, their intuition keeps them coming back to you. And now I'm hearing a song. It might be sung by Wild. I do not know. I do not know. I don't even know if that's the name of the band that I'm thinking about. But I'm hearing Keeps Me Coming Back to You. So just look up Keeps Me Coming Back to You and see if there's a band called Wild that pops up. I think it's Wild. Again, I'm not sure. But that's what Keeps Me Coming Back to You is what I'm hearing. So we have the Page of Swords. So this person could be watching you online, wanting to get more information, wanting to start a conversation, but not sure how to start it. We have the Ten of Swords and ending. It could have been that this person with the Page of Swords, maybe there was something deceptive to their communication, or maybe you felt like this person was deceptive with their words. Anyway, take that as it resonates. That won't be for all of you. And we have Death, and what are you? We have the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. So this person, maybe wasn't giving you equal give and take, which is what I was hearing. What is that noise? It's just my dog. Oh, did you hear that big sigh? My dog just was like, oh yes. Oh yes. This person could be younger than you. Because we had the Page of Swords and now we have the Queen of Swords. So boundaries, right? I know my worth, Queen of Swords. And maybe this person wasn't, again, maybe you needed to put up boundaries with this person, or maybe this person had to walk away from you so that you could have a clearer headspace and realize, wait a minute, I was putting up with less than I deserved. I know I deserve more. I'm going to put a boundary up. Again, I'm not faulting you. I'm proud of whoever you are. For this Queen of Swords energy. The Emperor. Oh my gosh. Divine masculine energy. So there's something very strong here about you where I was hearing, I know my worth. And that is that masculine energy. I'm not saying that you're a masculine gender. I don't gender my readings. I have to mention, it is my children's anniversary of coming out as transgender and non-binary. So I just wanted to mention that because that is a huge reason why I don't gender my readings. Also because tarot isn't about gender. Tarot is about energy, and we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. Anyway, I just felt like throwing it out there. That it's my children's anniversary, and every year we celebrate it. And the reason that I'm throwing that out there is if there's anybody transgender or non-binary watching this reading, I'm sending you love. I'm sending all of you love, but for some reason, I felt like mentioning it. So I was hearing, I know my worth, and that's divine masculine energy. So you could be in your divine masculine energy, I know my worth. I know what I deserve. I deserve stability. I deserve someone who's going to take action and step up and lead. And maybe you've had to embody that energy yourself and take control of your own life. It does feel like you could be dealing with a divine masculine, though. And the Queen of Swords is actually, I've said it before, but that's the last lesson that you need to learn before you become the Empress, or that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard from all the research I do and all the tarot readings I listen to and I listen to different tarot readers to kind of expand my knowledge, even when I don't even need to listen to the reading. Anyway, so you could be like, this could be you about to become that divine feminine or step into your divine feminine energy. Maybe you're already in it, I'm hearing. It also feels like this person wants to come towards you and reunite with the Three of Cups, but there's a boundary here. And whether they put that boundary in, like maybe they spontaneously told you, I'll never see a future with you, or I'll never love you, or stop messaging me. They could have put up like a boundary when they were feeling triggered, and now they have a different perspective, right? Now they want to take action towards you, but there's a boundary in place, or they're feeling apprehensive about how you will receive them. So let's get into it. You could be dealing with an Aries because we have that Emperor there, or you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I've already mentioned other signs. So I see your side of the story. What is that about? They see your side of the story. So what are they seeing? They see your side of the story. That one wanted to come out. We have the Chariot and we have the Hermit. So it feels like there's a few things I'm hearing, and I need to stick with the channeled messages I've already gotten. It does feel like this person wasn't being proactive in this connection. Like maybe there was no forward movement and this person was isolating themselves, or they weren't giving you much with this Hermit energy. They could have, been very closed off. Oh my gosh, this stinks, Bear. It stinks. Like, what is happening? Hang on, I just gotta fan the stink away. Maybe this person is like made a big stink, or they feel like this situation stinks. But instead of like taking action towards you and coming towards you and putting an effort, I feel like this person was very closed off, or they isolated themselves, or they isolated themselves from this connection. There's also something else that's very important that I'm hearing, which is you could have told them, and this won't be for all of you, but you could have told this person, if we're going to move forward, you need to do some self-reflection, and you need to become more self-aware, and you need to look at some of the things that you need to heal. And maybe this person didn't agree with you. Maybe they didn't want to look within. A lot of people fight that. A lot of people, you know, subconsciously don't like change. A lot of people don't like change anyway. But a lot of people, when they're triggered to heal, their ego fights it because their ego is trying to keep them safe and comfortable. And change and healing is uncomfortable and messy, but oh my gosh, it is so worth it, right? So I do feel like this person is seeing your side of the story if that's something you said to them. I'm just going to look at the Chariot. I'm looking at the shadow aspects of the Chariot right now. So there could have been obstacles in this connection. This person could have been quite aggressive towards you, and I'm hearing with their communication with that Page of Swords. There was like no forward movement is what I'm hearing. And this person is seeing your side of the story now. I also want to look at the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Cancer. Hermit. Isolation, rejection. So this person could have rejected you. And now maybe they're feeling rejected. Or no, they could have rejected you. And maybe is somebody Nathan? Nay? Anyway. That was weird. And now they're feeling like that you'll reject them, or they're feeling rejected by you because maybe you're no longer chasing them. This also talks about becoming so engrossed in doing things your way that you are refusing good advice or help from others. And that's what I was hearing, is that this person could be so stuck in their ways. Remember, I don't know if I will ever change, that values card. They could have been so stuck in their ways, and you were trying to help them and give them advice and communicate with them, but they were just so stuck in their ways they didn't want to hear it. And now, after being away from you, clearer headspace, they're now seeing that the advice that you were trying to give them was actually helpful. So take those messages as they resonate. And the Hermit in love, I just looked at it, is distant, like feeling distant from your partner. So this person could have been very distant with you when you were talking or when you were together. And now they're feeling that mirroring at a delay. Black pickup truck. Now they're feeling very distant from you, and now they're seeing your side of the story and how it feels to feel that distance. Take all those as they resonate, my friend. So let's see what this damage is. We were both hurting from this. 10 of Swords ending. 7 of Swords in reverse. So again, I said there could have been deception, or there could have been manipulation, or like deceptive communication. Take that as it resonates. And, you know, you could have said to this person that that's how you felt they were. I feel like you're being deceptive, or I feel like you're manipulating me, or gaslighting me, or whatever you said. And I just don't think they were hearing you. A lot of people are out there walking around with very unhealthy communication styles and unhealthy attachment styles, and they have no idea. And white SUV. And they like to, some people have this blame wound where they just blame everybody else. It's never them. It's always everybody else. So we're both still hurting from this. So it feels like there was some sort of 7 of Swords energy. So that could be this person hiding things from you. They could have been deceptive with you. They could have manipulated you. They could have gaslighted you. There could have been projections. So you and this person could have been projecting some of your own wounds into this connection. There could have been deflection. So you could have said to this person, here's how I feel. And they could have deflected and said, well, here's how you make me feel. You make me feel like shit, or whatever they said. That's deflection. It's like taking the attention off of them and making it about you. It's your fault, you know, blaming unfairly with that Justice card with the soul contract we were seeing. But this person feels like you're both still hurting from this ending, and the 10 of Swords can be a painful ending. So there could have been quite a painful ending between you two. And they feel like you're still hurting from this ending too. I'm going to look in the book. Take a look. It's in the book. I'll never not hear that when I say that. I'm talking about reading Rainbow, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Breakup, separation, sadness, grief, pain. So you're both still hurting from this separation, is what they think. I don't know if you are, but that's what they think. So let's see disagreements. What are these disagreements about? We've got So the disagreements would have been about, there was instability within this connection. And I feel like this person, there was no, in saying there's instability, spirit, and then saying there's no stability is the same thing, but I'll play that game. There was no stability. And this person, failure to commit, right? This feels like a false start to me. So it feels like there was the potential for a relationship, there was the potential for commitment, but it never got off the ground. And the fact that we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, like I feel like you were overgiving. And sometimes, let's talk about perception, because I was talking about different perceptions here. Sometimes in connections, when we're overgiving, and we're giving and giving and giving, and this person is not matching our energy, it can make us feel unloved. It can make us feel drained. It can make us feel emotionally burnt out. It can make us feel like they don't love us, like they don't care about us, and that's our perception. Sometimes, especially if you're dealing with an avoidant, if you were the overgiver, because Queen of Cups in reverse, if you were overgiving to this connection, and you kept trying to give them love and show them love and give them energy, and they were resisting it and, pulling away and avoiding, their perception could have been that you were too clingy and that you wanted too much from them. And again, we have different perceptions. I'm not saying one's right and one's wrong. My guides were just like, your viewer's right, but your person could have had a distorted perception. And, if you were dealing with a runner or an avoidant, especially if you're twin flames, they can feel threatened by that overgiving of energy. So let's just confirm. That's what I was hearing. So you could have been wanting more from them, and maybe they saw you as being impatient. Take that as it resonates with the Page of Wands in reverse. It also talks about unreliable. So I feel like you didn't think this person was I don't think you thought this person was reliable. I think that they were showing up in a very unreliable energy. You couldn't rely on them to reciprocate love. But again, their perception could have been very different. They could have thought you were just being impatient and you weren't giving them enough time. We also have distracted. So this person felt like they were, and I already said it felt like they were distracted with other things because we had that distracted card come out with responsibilities. It also says failure to commit. So like this person clearly wasn't, I don't feel like it was you that wasn't committing. I feel like it was your person. I feel like they weren't committing to this and you were ready to commit to this. And again, that shows two people on very different vibrations. Oh my gosh. A dependent or clingy lover, putting in more effort than partner, oversensitive lover. And here I am talking about how people villainize. Why can't I speak? How they villainize. I was talking about how they villainize people with like neurodivergencies because they don't understand neurodivergencies, right? So when I was growing up, I was villainized for being a baby because I was so emotional and I was so sensitive. I was just a highly spiritual being and I just didn't know it. But that is a common label that's a common label that autistic people get. Oh, you're too sensitive. You're too emotional. Especially if you are AFAB, which is assigned female at birth. Anyway. What else was I going to say? Part of the disagreement is you could have been in chaser energy. So it does talk about giving too much and then causing you to feel insecure about it. And they were not being reliable in giving you that energy in return. Take it as it resonates. That's what's coming out. So let's look at reunion. What is this reunion card about? Yeah, yep. So that's interesting. And temperance. So look, this person does believe that things will balance out and you'll come back together again. But that energy that I'm seeing here is complete imbalance. And that's what I was, like, we had that justice card earlier, the soul contract card. So it does feel like something was completely unbalanced. But this person does feel like you'll come back to each other. They do see this isolation ending, this break ending between you with the Four of Swords in reverse. And we have the Lovers here. So this person feels this divine love connection with you. They feel this intense connection with you. Spirit's being very repetitive today. They feel this intense connection with you. They feel this pull on your energy, like you will always come back to each other. And the Four of Swords in reverse can be about reigniting passions. So this person does believe that the two of you will come back together and that passion will still be there and that connection will still be there. I don't feel like they've ever been able to let go of that energy, and maybe you haven't either. It talks about recovery, awakening, re-entry, release from isolation. So this person does see the two of you getting back together. That's what they daydream about. And we also have rejection from Lover. So this person could fear, like they could see that you'll always come back to each other, but they could be fearing rejection on their re-entry into your energy. Anyway, I'm going to put the Lovers card back because it fell off the top of the deck. And I wanted to put it back in, but it did fall off. I'd like to keep things in alignment. One card only. So let's look at escape. What is this escape card? Come on, Spirit, that's 3 cards. 7 of Cups. I did mention the 7 of Cups earlier. Look, when this person escaped, they messed up everything. All these cards are out of alignment now. So let's see what this escape energy is. Are you kidding me? I knew that was going to come out. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. 8 of Cups. So this person did leave when things got hard. This person could have thought it would be easier to move on without you or from you than to actually heal and put in the work. And boy, were they wrong, is what I'm hearing. This person definitely has an avoidance here. And I also feel the 8 of Cups can talk about accepting less than you deserve. And I feel like you were accepting less than you deserved. And maybe when you said something, they took that as their cue to leave. Knight of Swords, intense, like spontaneous. So this person could have spontaneously tried to escape from you or walk away from you. Knight of Swords in reverse is exactly what I was hearing over here when I was talking about intense words, intense arguments. Someone who very like spontaneously from a triggered space says something mean to you. And we have the Page of Cups. So it feels like this person was not comfortable being vulnerable and open with you. And I almost feel like Archangel Michael, I don't even know if Archangel Michael has anything to do with the Knight of Swords, but I'm seeing Archangel Michael. And I feel like it's almost like Archangel Michael was like, all right, you don't want to give them what they deserve. You want to escape this? See ya. And gave them a push in the opposite direction than you to protect you, but also to bring new perspectives with this Page of Cups. So this energy of them running away, avoidance, pushing you away, walking away, whatever happened, was to bring new perspectives to them. Again, I'm seeing Archangel Michael. So I feel like you were being protected because I don't think this person was giving you what you deserved. I'm going to take the 8 of Cups because that's the first card we saw. And 7 of Cups on the bottom. So let me just look at that. This person could have been avoiding making a decision. So you could have said to them, here's what I deserve, make a decision, or tell me one way or the other, give me closure. And they could have been avoiding making that decision and just like ghosted you or left you unread. That's the Seven of Swords. Nope, wrong card, but that did come out for you. This person could have, you know, some kind of truth could have been revealed, whether you spoke your truth, Queen of Swords, or some kind of truth came to the surface and they decided that it would just be easier to run. So Seven of Cups, this person who's in avoidance has a lack of purpose, like in their life. They're struggling to find purpose in their life. We have disarray, confusion, diversion, distractions. So it was like this person was, you know, very distracted when it came to this connection. And I keep hearing avoiding romantic decisions. So they were avoiding making a decision about this. So they just walked away, or maybe you walked away because they weren't making a decision about you. Let's keep going. New chapter. I'm trying to move on. We have Two of Cups. Yeah. And Five of Wands. So this person, maybe you know that they've tried to move on, because the Five of Wands can talk about competition. So for some of you, this person did try and move on, or maybe they chose someone else over you. You would know about this. This wouldn't be brand new news to you today from me. You would know about that. But this person, you know, has tried to move on, but they're incredibly conflicted. They're going through inner conflict when it comes to moving on. And again, mirroring, you could feel that way, especially if this is your twin flame. Well, I'm at the 56-minute mark. I did not succeed today, my friends, with a short reading, but that's okay. White SUV. This person still feels love for you with the Two of Cups, and they've tried to move on, but that love is still there. That connection is still there. And again, for some of you, maybe they did try and date someone else, but it wasn't it. There's a lot of inner conflict here about moving on from you. And again, I bet my bottom dollar that you have felt that way about this person. We have Five of Cups. So we have two fives here. Fives are a lot about change. I'm hearing positive changes. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is this person was very conflicted, trying to move on. It was like the universe was telling them, you're not making the right decision. And now we have regret about neglecting this connection, about not investing in this connection with you, with the Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So that's what we have for them and the channeled messages. So now I'm just going to peek at your person's energy, and then that's all we're really looking at. This is supposed to be a channeled message. So let's just look at this person's current energy. We have the High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles popped out in reverse. So it feels like this person is missing your energy, and it feels like they're not giving you any energy, and you're not giving them any energy. Oh my gosh. Spirit, be with me during Mercury in retrograde, because I'm already having a hard time. Abusive generosity. So they could have taken you for granted. They could have, I feel like this person could be reflecting on the fact that they took you for granted, or they were just taking from you. They weren't giving anything back. There could have been money involved for some of you. Yeah, this person is reflecting about how they took advantage of you in some way, energetically, financially. And we have the High Priestess. So I'm going to get more, but the High Priestess, it's like this person's intuition, and I'm hearing Archangel Michael, is like trying to get a message through to them that you took advantage of this person. You didn't give them enough. And we also have I see your side of the story. So I feel like they're starting to realize this about themselves. It also feels, and I don't want to say too much, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it could be that right now your person doesn't have anything to give you, because maybe they're not even giving enough to themselves. I'm hearing that expression, a person can only meet you where they are. So if this person can't even give to themselves, how are they going to give to you? So let's just get one more. What is this person's current energy? We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay. And the King of Swords. Interesting, because we had the Queen of Swords earlier. So this person is gaining clarity about the fact that they took advantage of you. This is great. I'm starting to really like these channeled messages where I get one channeled message and then confirm it with tarot. It's been magical. Five of Swords in reverse. I know that's about reconciliation. Reconciliation, resolution, compromise, regret. So this person has regrets about taking advantage of your generosity, whatever that generosity was. You know, I'm looking at, with that Queen of Cups in reverse, you could have been someone who has like some type of wounding that makes you give to others before you give to yourself. I'm being reminded about, like, I wasn't born wounded. I mean, yes, I was, because I inherited like generational trauma, because generational trauma is passed from like through blood from the mother to the child, or genetics, whatever. I'll save the story about the rats for another day. But I always say that I was born a people pleaser. I was born an overgiver. And some of that could have come from the first few years of my life, from trying to earn my parents' approval, from trying to earn their love. But like when I was talking about being called to the principal's office, when I was 5 years old, I spent my lunch money buying ice cream for what I thought were my friends, because I was an overgiver. And I felt bad for my friends. And even though I didn't have money and my parents didn't have money, I felt bad for my friends. And there was also an aspect of wanting to buy their friendship, which I was 5 years old. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, right? But that's, looking back, that's kind of what I think I was doing. And you could have been someone like that. Like, you could have thought, oh, I'll shower this person with gifts, or, oh, they're having financial difficulty, I'll loan them money, or I'll just keep giving them love, love, love. And they're having clarity that they took advantage of you and that wasn't right. And look, the Five of Swords in reversed can show up when the person that you're asking about is having trouble moving on from someone in their life, which this whole reading's been about that. So confirmation. And this person has clarity about this, but right now they're detached from you, right? They're not saying anything. Could be dealing with an air sign. Let's keep going. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? 10 of Pentacles. So they're feeling like maybe you're very stable. Maybe you have a nice house. Maybe you have a nice car. Maybe you have a really good job. Maybe you have financial abundance. And to someone, especially like a distorted divine masculine, that could be very threatening for them. For how they feel about you, they do see a long-term future with you. They see commitment with you. They see building a family with you. And we have the Knight of Wands, but they ran from it. And they know it, because this is how they're feeling about you right now. So they're having this realization that they saw all this with you and they ran from it. Like King of Swords, they have clarity about this. They know they ran from you. For how they feel about you, we do have the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe there's someone else in your energy, or maybe they're worried that if they take too long to come in, that someone else is going to swoop you up. You could be like a free spirit. I just want to read for how they feel about you with the Knight of Wands. I just kind of want to touch on, oh my gosh, where am I going? The Knight of Wands. So they're feeling like you're a courageous, energetic, charming hero. So again, you could have saved them in some way or given them money. I don't know why I keep hearing money. Free spirit. It also says hot-tempered. And I was hearing that with the damage. Like I was hearing that both of you, fire and fire, right? So maybe for some of you, you do have a temper, and that's okay. I think that a lot of people have tempers. It doesn't, again, we need to stop villainizing people is what I'm hearing. Let's get one more for how they feel about you. We have justice. Yes. So they feel this soul contract with you. They could have blamed you unfairly. They could have not been giving to you, right? And they want to bring justice to this. They feel like they need to bring truth and accountability towards this. And I do feel like they've learned some type of lesson here. Let's see. They could be conflicted on how to come towards you with this truth and accountability because maybe there's a boundary. Let's just look at their intentions and then their actions, and then I'm going to end it. What are their intentions? 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment and happiness, happily ever after. So clearly this person sees a future with you. Their intentions is 10 of Cups. So maybe this person wants to work on themselves and work on their own healing and do the inner work that is required so that they can come towards you with this happiness. It does feel like this person wants to work up the courage to this. So there's something very like insecure about your person, if I'm being honest. So that's their intentions. Let's look at what action they'll take. Yikes. Whoa. Your person just surprised me because I was getting this energy where they need to work up the courage if they're going to follow through with these intentions. And their actions are the Emperor and the Three of Swords in reverse. So their actions are to step up and to apologize, which over here they were feeling like they need to apologize, but they're conflicted on how to come towards you. So that's their actions. Very positive, my friend. They're going to take control of the situation. They are going to make amends with you or ask for forgiveness, apologize, ask for forgiveness. You don't have to take this person back if you don't want to, just being honest, but that'll be up to you. For a 6 of Wands, for some reason I said 4 of Wands. So this person does want a successful outcome with you. They could reach out to you on social media with the 6 of Wands. So that's what we have for action. I was not expecting that. Your person surprised me. What do I want to take here? I want to take that card. And I think I want to take that card. And I think I want to take this card. No, yes, no, yes, yes. All right. So let's just get a few channeled messages, a few more, and then I'll finish this reading. 45 minutes. Who was I kidding? Ace of Wands. Feeling inspired to take action. They could be thinking about you, you know, in a sexual way. They could be imagining things with you. Anyway, I'm not going to finish that sentence. We have, I'm ready. I'm ready. Fool energy. And we have 1 pentacle. That's interesting. 101 could be symbolic, or 1-1. They're, you know, this person, it feels like when they do come in, they're going to be ready to give you something stable. Because we have the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. So trust that if this person isn't coming towards you, it's because they don't have that pentacle ready yet. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. As I was saying that, I said trust that if this person isn't coming towards you, it's because they're not ready to give you that stable pentacle. And I was hearing Archangel Michael protection, and look at what I cut open to. Now is not the time. So again, trust that if this person isn't coming in today or tomorrow or next week, there's a reason. It's not just so black and white as if they wanted to, they would. So let's see, what does this person want to say to you? We'll just get a few of these. Listen to your heart. Words do hurt. Yes, they do. So this person is realizing that words do hurt. Think before you act. I dream about you. Confirmation. And you are my everything. 10 of Cups. You matter. These channeled messenger. These channeled messages are actually quite beautiful because this person knows you're their everything. But again, it didn't come out. Now is not the right time didn't come out. So I feel like in the past, it wasn't the right time. I want you to choose. So it feels like this person, remember at one point in this reading, I said, it's going to be up to you. You don't have to take this person back. I feel like the reason I said that is because this person could come in and tell you that, like, I don't expect you to take me back. It's your decision. I want you to choose. Think before you act. For some of you, maybe this person did have someone else, or they were married and maybe you told them to choose, and maybe they just ran because they didn't want, avoiding making a decision, right? Side note for some of you. Think before you act. So at one point we had the Knight of Swords in reverse, and I talked about triggers and hurtful words. Words do hurt, right? So this person is realizing that they need to think before they act. They can't just rush towards you. So that could be why they're not coming towards you. I dream about you a lot, too much. You matter. And what's interesting is when I was talking about you overgiving, I said your perception could have been that this person didn't love you, that you didn't matter to this person, that you weren't important to them. But you did matter. I'm actually going to take that for the cover photo. Words do hurt. So this person is having realizations that words do hurt. And we have listened to your heart. So I'm going to leave it here, my friends, but I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.